to the dreamers, the seekers, the wise. Crystal lavender will reach in the skies. Through tarot and starlight we'll always roam. In the heart of the universe we found our home. Those where the mystics play. We speak the language of the Milky Way. A touch of Venus, a kiss from the moon, guiding lost hearts with a sweet gentle tune.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you are watching this video. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. And I'm your host, Crystal Lavender. Some people know me as Criddle, like Riddle with the C. Other people know me as Nacho Mama. That was my old YouTube name here on good old YouTube. But I'm going to go with my God-given name, which is Crystal Lavender. So thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember to hit that little like, subscribe, push the buttons, that button, this button, and I'll push the buttons and then the elevator go up and the elevator go down, right? It's a small click for you, but a huge bada boom for me. Big bada boom, chicken good, multi-pass, right? So we are going to do the collective of Virgo. Happy birthday, Virgos. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful time. A happy everything, always and always, right? So before we get started, we are going to talk about this. This is my book. It is called Say You Love, and it is a testimony of triumph over the darkness of childhood sexual trauma and addiction, okay? And I wrote this whole entire thing using my phone and some little pieces of paper. I would use a talk-to-text app, and I did the whole entire process. I got the cover done, I got the editing, I did the whole publishing, all of it from this little guy right here, okay? So you don't need no fancy software. You don't need no crazy laptops or computers or anything like that. You can do all of that from the comfort of your own little home with your own little bed or anywhere that you are, all right? And I share my story not because I'm proud of all the stupid stuff I've done. I'm very open and honest and vulnerable in my book because I want people to know that they're not alone. I have definitely had a million different lives in this one lifetime, and not all of them have been that great, for sure. So I know what it's like. I know what it feels like. And I want anybody out there that is interested to know that they aren't alone. If you are in active addiction, or if you have a loved one that is in an active addiction, never lose hope. Okay. I am a walking testimony of change. I have changed dramatic amounts throughout my life, especially from where I was before to where I am now. So never lose hope. And know that you are not alone, okay? You are loved, you are worth it, and somebody out there needs to hear your story of survival, of whatever it is that you've overcome and transmuted from pain into purpose. Because one day, your testimony might be their whole guide on how to make it through that fire, right? Once we make it out of that darkness, we reach back in and we pull out as many people as we can. So that's what we do around here, is we transform pain into power and purpose. And hi, my name is Crystal, and I am a recovered addict. I am 3+ years into recovery. So if you ever need anybody to talk to about a sobriety journey, or if you have a loved one that is suffering, please feel free to email me. I am available, and I am definitely an open ear to listen and to help. Okay. And that will be in all of the description boxes of all of my videos. You can get a copy of it on Amazon, or you could get a free download on my website, or you could get a signed copy if you email me, and that will all be in the description box of each one of these newer uploads. Okay, so let's get this party started. Virgo, V-I-R-G-O, 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 and Virgo is your sign, yo. Yup. Happy birthday, Virgo. What do we got for the Virgo collective? Let's see what we got. What do we got? My mom is a Virgo. Her birthday is on the 18th, so happy birthday, Mom. And I've been helping them. Her wife just got out of surgery, and my mom is disabled. So I have been spending the night over there playing nurse. It is an honor to be able to be in a place to where I can actually show up and be present and be emotionally available, to be physically available, to be mentally available for the people that I love. So it is an honor to be able to be that person today in my life. All right. Virgo. Because at one point in my life, I was a complete and total hot mess. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I'm not proud of it, but I'm not going to lie. Okay. But that was like so 5 years ago. Oh my God. No. Okay. Virgo. What do we got for the Virgo collective? Just never lose hope on people, man. Doesn't mean you have to enable them. You know, you don't have to, it doesn't condone their behavior. You don't have to enable them, but don't lose hope. You know, always keep a place in your heart for anybody out there that's struggling. Virgo. What do we have for the Virgo collective? For my Virgo people. And a huge shout out to Sleepy T. He is the one that made the music for my intro, and he is also a Virgo. So huge shout out to Sleepy T. Happy birthday. Virgo, do you feel like you don't fit in with the Five of Cups or the Five of Pentacles here? Not Five of Cups. Do you feel like you don't fit in? You feel like you're like the black sheep or like the outcast of places, you know? That's what, you're not supposed to fit in, Virgo. You aren't here to fit in. You're here to break that social norm status. It's like be your true, weird, authentic self. Like, who cares, right? You're not here to make other people happy. Like, you only get your life. You are the only person that's in your shoes. So if you don't fit into any particular crowd or any sort of normal social standards, good for you. Okay. There might be some sort of like, you might be hearing rumors, either rumors about yourself or rumors about other people, or there might be people trying to tell you other people's business, or there's some sort of sister circle going on here. You know, it's like a book club, but they don't ever even talk about books. All they do is talk about other people. You know, watch out for those type of energies. It's like, you don't want to surround yourself with people that are just talking about other people. It's like, you want to sit at tables where they're talking about like plans and expansion and, you know, how to evolve, and not just like what someone else is wearing, or, you know, but I don't think you have any sort of interest in that. But there might be some people around you that are like that. So you do have a real sense of independence with the Nine of Cups here in the upright, you know, some sort of wish fulfillment. Like, you might have been praying for something, or have been really manifesting something. There might be something that is coming to fruition that was on your vision board, or maybe there's something that you've even had dreams about. Like, you might have had a dream about a specific situation or a specific person, and I think that you have run into contact with, like, it feels like deja vu, you know. And I think those deja vu moments are like timeline overlaps. Is like, you're overlapping a specific timeline, like it branches off from those points. So you might be experiencing like deja vu. And whenever you do that, whenever it does feel that way, make sure that you are examining where you're at and what your situation is, because I think that is a very crucial timeline shift for you. Right? That's like a very crucial moment in your timeline shift. Depending on what actions you take will be whatever rewards you receive in the future, right? So be very mindful if you have a sense of deja vu about what's going on in that moment, and be very aware of the decisions that you're making, because I think that deja vus are like timeline shifts. It's like where it branches off into something else. It's like if you turn to page 97, you could go slay the dragon, and you could do yada yada yada. If you turn to page 42, it's like you get a chance to go back and save the princess, or save the rescue the prince, or like just completely like disregard that altogether. I do feel like there's been some sort of an emotional loss here with the Ace of Cups in reverse. There might be something that you were super emotionally invested in that you just aren't invested in anymore. Like, your heart and soul aren't into it. Maybe something that you felt really, really passionate about before. It's like, it's kind of like it's run its passion. It's like, oh, well, it's been swelled, but the swelling's gone down. You know, someone's swelling has gone down here. right? And be careful not to reverse manifest. Like don't pick out the worst possible case scenario out of any of the possible possibilities and pluck that in your pocket and like just focus on that, because then you'll end up manifesting that, and then you won't be able to tell if it's because oh, I told you so, or if it's because that's what you've been envisioning and putting all of your energy into. Okay, because wherever your attention goes is where your manifestations flow. So be mindful of where your attention's at, and don't catastrophize everything. Be careful of speaking unkind words. Okay, there might be somebody that's around you that's speaking unkind words, or like you might have a tendency to speak unkind words. Like I know me myself, like it's taken me a long time to be like accountable for my actions, or to really look at my patterns and my cycles, and I've been doing a lot of research about about emotional abuse, and about like I've looked into narcissism, I've looked into emotional abuse. Like I wanted to find out if I had any of those traits so that I could try to fix them, right? And I think all of us in some way or another have like some sort of like emotional manipulation, or we guilt trip people, or we try to use an emotion to manipulate somebody else to get them to do what we want them to do. So be mindful of any sort of emotional manipulation tactics that either being played on you, or that you might be prone to using yourself. It doesn't make you a bad person if you are doing these things. It's just better to be aware. Like if you're aware that you have these tendencies, or you're aware if somebody else has these tendencies, then it makes it a little bit easier to navigate out of them, right? So if there is something that you have been worried about, okay, you've been worried about some sort of catastrophe happening, some sort of worst possible case scenario, that's not going to happen, okay? Like that tower is not going to fall. I think that whatever it is that you've built, you've definitely built on a sturdy foundation, because you've put in a lot of work. You've put in a lot of work to this foundation, with the Two of Pentacles. It might be slow moving. Most pentacles are like a slow moving action. It's like that's like earth. You think about like rocks moving. It's like a tree standing. Those are all like earth energies, and they're very steadfast, sturdy, like they're permanent. Like most earth things are there permanently. Like the rocks are usually there permanently, unless a bulldozer comes in and moves them. But yeah, there's definitely some sort of slow moving action here as far as progress is concerned. But you're learning to not be up in your head. You have a little less worry. There's been something that has lifted the worry from you. Like something that you thought was going to be horribly wrong ended up being not so bad. So it's like relieved you of a lot of that inner turmoil, a lot of the what if worst possible case scenarios. It's like the worst possible case scenario didn't happen, all right? And it has relieved a lot of pressure from you, and a lot of tension. I think there was a lot of tension going on, but a lot of that has been dropped with the Five of Wands in the reverse. It's like the tension is easing up. The worry, the bother, the concern for everything falling apart has been lifted dramatically. But it doesn't mean that the work is done. You can't just kick your feet up and relax. Like there's no such thing as just, okay, I'm here and it's done and it's over with. It's like, no, like once you reach the top of the mountain, there's always another top of the mountain, right? Like you could rest at the bottom of the mountain or at the top of the mountain you just climbed. Don't think that you can't have any sort of resting period. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a relief of some sort of inner turmoil. Whatever inner turmoil that you've been going on, whatever it is that you've been super worried about, is definitely turning out to not be as bad as you thought it was going to be. But you still might feel a little bit stagnant. Sometimes we get addicted to that chaos. It's like we don't know what to do in times of peace. It's like anytime we have a moment of peace, it's like it almost feels like we're just being set up for some sort of disaster. So you're just waiting for that shoe to fall. But try not to be like that, you know? I know it's a lot easier said than done because it's taken your whole life to get to the programming of your mind, the neuro responses in your brain, like the trails that your brain automatically goes to, has been built by however many years you've been on this plane, like building those defenses, building those responses. So it, like those responses, those types of reactions don't just go away overnight, right? They do take a considerable amount of work. They like our brains are a muscle, and it takes a lot of muscle memory, you know, like, and it does take practice. It takes diligent practice, like awareness and practice. There might be somebody around you that's a little impulsive, kind of immature, does not know how to sit still. They do not know how to be at peace, how to sit still, you know. They probably have never meditated a day in their life, you know. They did, or it's you that doesn't know how to make your brain like turn off, you know. One of the things that I've learned about meditation is the shower. Like I have a lot easier of a time like clearing my mind with the water running over my head, and it's like all the negativity just runs off of me, or any of my worry just runs off of me. If you're wondering if somebody is being sneaky or like deceitful, like there's nobody that they're not being sneaky or deceitful. If you're worried that, you know, somebody is lying to you or they're manipulating you, I don't think you need to worry about them lying to you or manipulating you. Even if they had like a shady past in the past, I think that they are no longer that person, right? Yeah. And whatever you thought would have been over, whatever you thought that tower moment was going to be, because we have the death in reverse and we have the tower in reverse. So it's definitely not, it didn't turn to the worst case scenario like you thought it might have been going. You know, and there is happiness. There will be happiness moving forward. That is the happiest card in the deck. There's something that like once you see that everything's okay, I think it's going to bring you a lot more joy, a lot more understanding. You might be getting some sort of prophetic dreams, or you might have like encounters with the spiritual realm. You could be dealing with a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Leo, a Gemini, or a Libra. That's in your energy. Or that could just be other parts or placements in your chart. But you definitely feel very like prophetic, or you might have prophetic dreams, or like there's definitely a sense of like the veil between the spirit realm and this dimension are thinning out. So I think you might have some sort of contact with the spirits, you know, passed over loved ones, or just people in general. And I think you might get you might get some sort of message from like a message or a sign or a symbol from somebody that's passed on that you deeply care about, that is going to make you feel very loved, very successful. Like you're just going to know that what you know is true. It's like there's going to be something that happens, you know, that is like completely feels random and ridiculous, like to say it out loud, but when you tell somebody about it, or when you get this synchronicity or you get this sign from that spirit realm, you're going to feel like completely validated. You're going to feel like just validated, that you don't need any other validation from anyone else. It's like you got your validation from source, from spirit, like directly, right? And that's the way it should be. We don't need any sort of outside source to validate us anyways. But I feel like you're going to just be feeling really at peace, you know, whatever's been really bothering you, whatever you felt like was out of your control, that has been having you super up in your head. Like, I feel like you're going to get a lot of relief from that. Like, it's not going to go to the worst case scenario. You know, you do have the 10 of Pentacles there. Like, you're going to be surrounded by your family, your friends. That's like legacy. That's like something that you can hand down to your grandchildren, you know, telling stories to your grandkids about how you overcame whatever this situation was that you were super worried about, you know, or it'll be something that you can pass on, like a story, like sitting around the campfire telling stories, you know, that spiritual synchronicity that you're going to get. Like, yeah, you might be, that's the Emperor. So be careful of being a little bit too stubborn or my way or the highway. You know, this person, like, you are definitely in control of the situation. You like to be in control of the situation. Like, you definitely don't like being out of control, you know, like, but it's saying that you have control over this situation. Like, you are the Emperor. So whatever it is that's been bothering you, your mind is definitely going to be put at ease. You know, you might feel really charitable. You might have people that are volunteering with you or volunteering for you, or you might be volunteering for yourself, or you just might be just real charitable. Like, you might have somebody that needs a little bit of financial assistance, or they need to borrow something from you. And I think that you'll be okay, like, trusting this person, you know. You're in a place to where you can give whatever it is that they're going to be asking for. So I feel like you're going to be really generous. Very generous. You know, and you're definitely going to be speaking your truth or have some truth spoken to you. And you've got that significant soul bond, super tie. It's like, this is a super tie, right? You have super strong connection in your life right now, or coming towards you. But be very wise with your choices. Don't just go after whatever is the shiniest, you know. The Holy Grail wasn't made out of diamonds and gold. Like, the Holy Grail was made out of wood, you know. Not everything that glitters is gold. Sometimes it is a turd wrapped in a Snickers wrapper. So be careful with going after something that looks super shiny without really investigating, like, the truth, like the man behind the mask, you know. But overall, I really feel that your worries are going to be disassembled. Disassemble, right? Johnny Five alive, but disassemble. No disassemble. But your worries are going to be disassembled. Like, whatever it was that you thought was going to be a complete catastrophe is like, you're not even going to remember how you felt about it in 5 years from now. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good, Virgo. The worst possible case scenario is not going to happen or hasn't happened. And that's going to bring a lot of relief, you know, and you're learning how to let go of control, you know, controlling all the circumstances. So that's pretty good, Virgo. What else can we get? The RGO. I just like saying it like that. Yeah, the Lover's card twice. Okay. You definitely have a very strong connection in your auric field. Whether that's with your current person that you're with or somebody that you kind of have your eye on, there is definitely like a sense of love and harmony. And the Ace of Cups right here to you, there might be a renewed sense of love. Like, there might be a new, like, coming together with someone, you know, or somebody that you are currently with. Maybe you are like rekindling that spark between the two of you. But be careful with frivolous spending, all right? Save some money. make sure that you have a little bit of cushion there. Like, don't just be frivolously spending money as fast as it comes in. You know, there has to be a flow, because like money is just an energy, but don't be overly spending. Okay. Have some sort of self-control with Temu, or, you know, Etsy shops, or whatever it is. Like, if you're buying things a lot, just show a little bit more self-control in the spending area. You know, be a little bit more frugal. And yeah, you do have your wish come true. That is the Nine of Cups. Wish is coming true. Gratitude. I think you're expressing a lot of gratitude for the people that you love, or you're being, that they're being expressive to you of their gratitude towards you. But yeah, you're super intuitive right now. Like, the veil between the spirit realm and this dimension is super thin. Like, it's thinning out, and I think you could feel it. So you're like super tapped into it. Yeah. Leaving behind and moving on, moving up. Turning that pain into gain, that trauma into purpose, into power. It's like you are definitely like on a level up with your transmutation. It's like you're gonna roll a d20, you're gonna get a natural d20, you're gonna level up in your character, you're gonna put like 5 more points on charisma. You know, for all of you D&D fans out there, I'm guilty. I now play D&D. I didn't always play D&D, but I do now. And we have the Virgo card. That Hermit card is you. That's you, boo-boo. That Hermit card. You know? That self-sufficiency, contemplation, wisdom. I just feel like you're going to feel really proud with yourself. Like, you're going to feel really proud of some sort of accomplishment, or some sort of like level up in the way that you react to things. You know, and you're definitely going to have some new projects and some new inspirations. You're going to be inspired to start new projects. You're going to feel a lot of gratitude and compassion. Like, maybe you're getting a lot of love for your birthday and being around the people that you love, you know? Like, you feel cared for. You feel cared for and like cherished. So overall, Virgo, I think that was a pretty dang darn good reading, okay? If I do say so myself. All right, so I think that is the messages that my Virgo collective needed to hear. Happy birthday once again, Virgo. I love you guys. And until next time, be good to yourself and to others, always and always. Virgo, beep, beep. Love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Okay, bye.